Chosen one, take a deep breath. Listen, can you feel it? The shift, the movement in the atmosphere? There is something divine happening around you. Something unseen, yet undeniable. It's not just a feeling. It's a calling, a divine whisper telling you that your life is about to change forever. For so long, you have waited. You have cried in silence, wondering if God heard you. You have questioned, when will my breakthrough come? You have endured storms that others couldn't even imagine. The weight of your struggles made you stronger, but at times, it made you wonder, I've forgotten? But hear me now, you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered, every moment you spent fighting battles no one knew about, it was not in vain. God saw you. He collected your tears. He heard your prayers. He counted every night you felt alone. And now, He is answering. The wait is over. Yes, you heard me right. The time of suffering, the time of struggling, the time of merely surviving, it ends today. God has made a decision, and His decision is final. The season of lack, the season of waiting, the season of wondering if things will ever change, it is over. Right now, in this very moment, the heavens are opening for you. The gates of abundance, the doors of divine richness, the blessings that were delayed, they are being released. Not tomorrow, not next year now. The world told you that success only comes from endless labor, that wealth is for the privileged, that you must struggle endlessly to see a glimpse of prosperity. But listen to me carefully. God does not operate on human logic. What He is about to do in your life will defy every rule, every limitation, every expectation. People will ask, how did this happen? They will wonder, where did this sudden shift come from? And your answer will be simple, God decided. You have been walking in faith for so long. Even when the world mocked you, even when doors slammed in your face, even when people abandoned you, you kept believing. And now, your faith is unlocking something powerful. Chosen one, God is about to prove His love for you. Not just in whispers, not just in unseen miracles, but in ways that the world cannot deny. In ways that will silence every doubter. In ways that will leave even your enemies speechless. Take a moment. Breathe in deeply. Feel the energy shifting around you. This is not just another message. This is a divine confirmation. Your spirit knows it. Your heart can feel it. The struggle was real, but the blessing will be even more real. The pain was deep, but the reward will be even deeper. The wait was long, but the breakthrough will be worth every second. There is no coincidence that you are here, listening to this message at this exact moment. This is divine alignment. This is the moment your soul has been waiting for. And I need you to stay with me until the very end, because what I am about to reveal will change everything. Chosen one, get ready. The heavens are opening. The shift has begun. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what God is about to do in your life. But before we move forward, I need you to hear this. This is your moment to believe. Do not let doubt creep in. Do not let the voice of fear tell you this message isn't for you. Because it is. God would not have led you here if He didn't have something extraordinary in store for you. You are chosen. You are marked for greatness. And what is coming next will be so life-changing that even you will look back in awe and say, only God could have done this. The enemy tried to convince you that your best days were behind you, that you had missed your opportunity, that you would never rise again. But let me remind you, God is the author of time. He is the master of divine acceleration. What should have taken years, He can do in a moment. What others had to struggle for, He can place in your hands effortlessly. And right now, His favor is moving in your direction like a mighty flood, washing away every delay, every setback, every chain that held you back. Chosen one, get ready for sudden shifts. The doors you once knocked on with no answer will swing open before you even reach them. The opportunities you thought were lost will come chasing after you. The blessings with your name on them are no longer being delayed. they are being delivered. And when they arrive, there will be no doubt, no question, no hesitation. It will be clear that this was God's divine plan all along. And now, I ask you one last thing before we move forward. Can you receive this? Can you open your heart, stretch your faith, and declare with full conviction, "It is my time. It is my season. My breakthrough is here." Because the moment you do, you are no longer just listening. You're stepping into the very promise that God has prepared for you. Chosen one, do you know what happens in the silence? In the waiting? Many people think waiting is wasted time. That when nothing is happening, it means God has forgotten them. That every delay is a denial. But let me tell you something. God does not waste seasons. He does not waste pain. He does not waste waiting. Every night you cried in frustration. Every moment you questioned, why is this happening to me? Every time you felt like the world was moving forward while you were stuck. It was all part of something much greater than you could see. God was never ignoring you. He was never punishing you. He was preparing you for something so powerful, so extraordinary, that it required you to go through a process of refinement. Think about gold. Do you know how gold becomes pure? It must go through intense fire. The heat removes the impurities, making it stronger, making it shine. And just like gold, God allowed you to walk through the fire, not to burn you, but to refine you. Look at Joseph, a chosen one, just like you. God gave him a dream of greatness. But before the dream could come true, he was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and locked away in prison. Imagine what he must have felt. Abandoned, forgotten, rejected, sitting in that prison cell year after year with no sign of hope. Maybe he even wondered, did I misunderstand God? Did I hear him wrong? But what Joseph didn't know was that his prison was his preparation. His waiting season was positioning him for something greater than he could imagine. Because when the time was right, when God's divine moment arrived, Joseph was taken from the prison to the palace in a single day. Did you hear that, chosen one? In a single day, everything changed. The years of waiting, the suffering, the confusion, all of it led to the moment God had planned all along. And when Joseph stepped into his destiny, the very people who betrayed him had to witness his rise. Now let me tell you something even deeper. The same thing is happening for you. Your waiting season was not your burial. It was your preparation. Every setback was setting you up. Every delay was building something greater. Every time you felt like giving up, God was strengthening you so that when your moment comes, you will be unstoppable. You see, God does not take shortcuts. He does not rush the process. If He is preparing you for something big, He will ensure you are fully ready to handle it. Because when He blesses you, He doesn't just give you a small breakthrough. He gives you an overflow, an abundance, a blessing so great that it cannot be contained. But before He can place that level of greatness in your hands, He has to make sure you are ready to receive it. Chosen one, hear me. If you are still in your waiting season, do not be discouraged. You're not stuck. You are being positioned. You are being trained for something far greater than you can see. Because when God moves, when He finally says, now is the time, nothing and no one will be able to stop what He is about to do in your life. And that moment, it is coming. It is closer than you think. But listen closely. When your moment comes, it will be undeniable. No more questioning. No more second guessing. God will make it so clear, so powerful, that you will know this was His plan all along. And the same people who overlooked you, who doubted you, who whispered behind your back, they will have no choice but to witness your rise. They will see the favor of God on your life, and they will realize you were chosen from the very beginning. So hold on a little longer. Keep your faith strong. Your waiting season is turning into your winning season. The doors that were once locked will open with ease. The blessings that were delayed are now being released. And soon, you will look back and realize every tear, every trial, every test was worth it because what God is about to do in your life will leave you speechless. Chosen one, listen to me carefully. What you have been through is never meant to break you. The late nights filled with questions, the silent battles no one saw, the moments when you felt like giving up, all of it was a setup for something greater. You were not forgotten. You were not abandoned. You were being shaped, refined, and prepared for something that only you could carry. Every tear you cried, God saw it. Every prayer you whispered, God heard it. Every time you kept going when you had every reason to quit, God was watching. And now, He is about to honor you for your endurance. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment of your breakthrough. The pain you carried for years is about to turn into the testimony that will inspire thousands. You didn't suffer in vain. Your struggles were a part of the divine blueprint. But here's the key. You must let go of what was to receive what is coming. You cannot carry the burdens of yesterday into the blessings of tomorrow. Your past pain cannot follow you into your promised land. That disappointment, that betrayal, that heartbreak, it served its purpose. Now it is time to release it. Make peace with what happened and move forward with faith. Because God is saying, I'm doing a new thing in your life. The past no longer defines you. The destiny does. Chosen one, your soul already knows it. Something powerful is shifting. You feel it in your spirit. You sense it in your dreams. The breakthrough you've been waiting for is already in motion. The doors that were once shut are now swinging open. The delays are turning into divine acceleration. You are stepping into a season of answered prayers. The very things you thought were lost forever, God is about to restore them in ways you never expected. Get ready, because the pain you endured will be nothing compared to the joy that is coming. The rejection, the loneliness, the financial struggles, they were all a test. And you, chosen one, you passed the test. Now it's time for the reward. Your name is being lifted in rooms you've never entered. Your destiny is calling. And your struggles? They are no longer chains holding you back. They're the foundation of your rise. But chosen one, this is not just any breakthrough. This is a divine shift. You are not stepping into just another season. You are stepping into a season of overflow. The struggles that once held you back will become the very testimony that sets you apart. The very place where you felt forgotten will become the place where you are elevated. Your name is about to be called in places you never imagined. And when people ask, how did this happen? You will say, God did it. So stand tall. Walk with confidence. Release every doubt, every fear, every question. You have been chosen for this moment. The pain you endured was not wasted. It was a down payment for the blessings that are about to pour into your life. Get ready, because what's coming next will be greater than anything you have ever seen. And when it happens, remember this, it was always meant for you. The struggle was real, but so is the victory. This is your time, your struggles end today. Your breakthrough starts now. God's love is not just a whisper in the wind. It is not a fleeting promise or empty words. It is action. It is movement. It is transformation. And chosen one, you are about to witness it in ways beyond your imagination. Everything you have endured, every loss, every tear was never unnoticed. Heaven has been watching, and now the divine shift is happening. The evidence of God's love in your life is about to be made visible. Let me tell you a story of a man who lost everything but still believed. A man whose suffering seemed endless, yet his reward was beyond measure. His name was Job. He was a man of faith, a man of righteousness. Yet, in a single moment, his world crumbled. His wealth vanished. His health declined. His family was taken. And when people saw his suffering, they questioned God's love for him. They doubted his faith. They mocked his belief. But Job remained steadfast. He did not turn away from God, even when it seemed like everything had been stripped from him. Maybe you felt like Job. Maybe you've lost things that were dear to you. Maybe your dreams have been delayed, your prayers unanswered, your heart burdened by questions you don't understand. Maybe people have looked at your struggles and said, "Where's your God now?" But chosen one, hear me today. Just as Job's story did not end in pain, neither will yours. Because when God restores, he does not just give back what was lost, he multiplies it. In the end, Job received double for his trouble. What was stolen was returned in greater measure. What was broken was rebuilt even stronger. God did not just restore him, he elevated him. His story was not one of loss, but of victory. And today, God is writing that same story in your life. The trials you endured were not for nothing. The nights you spent crying were not in vain. Every tear was counted. Every moment of pain was preparing you for something bigger. Chosen one, get ready. Because what's coming next is beyond what you asked for. What God is about to release in your life will silence every doubt. The very people who questioned your journey will witness your breakthrough. The tables are turning. The same ones who saw you at your lowest will watch God lift you to heights they never expected. Your testimony will be undeniable. So don't lose hope. Don't give in to fear. If Job's story teaches us anything, it is this: the suffering is temporary, but God's reward is eternal. The trials may feel overwhelming now, but they're leading you to a blessing greater than you can comprehend. Your season of waiting has passed. Now, your season of divine restoration has begun. But listen closely, your comeback won't be quiet. It won't be subtle. It will be loud. It will be undeniable. It will be seen by the very people who thought you wouldn't make it. God is not just restoring you. He is putting his power on display through your life. The blessings coming your way are not just for you. They're a statement, a testimony, a declaration to the world that God's favor cannot be stopped. The same mouth that spoke against you will have no choice but to acknowledge that you were always chosen. So walk boldly into this new season. No more doubting. No more looking back. You are stepping into the evidence of God's love. Every promise he made to you, it is now coming to pass. You're no longer waiting for it. You're walking in it. The delay is over. The heavens have opened. And chosen one, this is just the beginning. The people who underestimated you will see 35:00, 45:00. They laughed at you. They whispered behind your back. They thought you would fail. They looked at your struggles, your setbacks, your silent battles, and assumed that you were done. But what they didn't know is that God was writing a different ending for your story. What looked like your downfall was actually your setup for elevation. What seemed like rejection was God's divine redirection. And now, the very people who dismissed you will have no choice but to watch you rise. You see, God doesn't just restore, he makes a statement. When he lifts you up, it is not done in the shadows. It is done in the open, where everyone can see. Just like Joseph's brothers had to bow before him. Just like Job's doubters had to witness his double portion blessing. The people who underestimated you will have to witness your transformation with their own eyes. They said you wouldn't make it. They spoke against you, doubted your dreams, and counted you out. But they didn't know that you were chosen. They didn't know that God's favor was on your life. And now, he is preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Not to seek revenge, not to prove them wrong, but to show them the undeniable power of his hand over your life. So, hold your head high. The same doors that were closed in your face will now open without effort. The same people who ignored you will have to acknowledge your success. But this time, you won't need their validation, because God has already spoken, and when he speaks, his word never returns void. You may not see it yet. You may not feel it. But chosen one, hear me, God is working. Even when everything seems still, he is moving in ways you cannot imagine. Think about it. Have you been feeling uneasy lately? Have certain people drifted away from your life? Have you felt a shift, like something big is coming? That's because it is. God is rearranging things. He is positioning you. He is removing distractions, cutting ties that no longer serve you, and setting the stage for your breakthrough. Right now, in places you don't even know about, your name is being spoken in rooms of opportunity. Right now, doors are being unlocked. Your future is being aligned with your purpose. So don't be discouraged by the silence. The silence is proof that something is being built. Stay patient. Stay faithful. Stay expectant. Because sooner than you think, what was once hidden will be revealed. Your blessings are not just coming, they're already on their way. But listen, chosen one, this is not just about material blessings. This is about your transformation. The person you were a year ago, the one who cried in secret, who wondered if things would ever change, who carried the weight of struggles alone. That version of you is gone. You are stepping into a new season, a season where you walk in confidence, in favor, in abundance. The waiting was not wasted. The pain was not pointless. God used every moment to shape you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for what is coming next. So, don't just wait for miracles. Expect them. Walk as if your breakthrough has already arrived. Speak as if your prayers are already answered. Because when God moves, He moves suddenly, powerfully, and unmistakably. And chosen one, your moment is here. For too long, you have been told that struggle is your destiny. That living paycheck to paycheck, barely making ends meet, is just the way life is. But let me tell you, chosen one, this is not your final chapter. This is not where your story ends. You were never meant to live in lack. You were never meant to stay stuck in survival mode. God is a provider, a giver of abundance. And right now, He is shifting you from merely surviving to thriving. You have been through seasons of financial hardship, wondering why doors kept closing, why opportunities seemed just out of reach. But that season is over. What you thought was rejection was actually God's redirection. He wasn't denying you. He was preparing you for something bigger. And now, the time has come. A financial breakthrough is coming to your life, and nothing can stop it. But here's what you need to understand. This isn't just about money. This is about freedom. Financial struggle is not just about lacking resources. It's about feeling trapped. It's about waking up every day with the weight of bills, the stress of debt, the fear of never having enough. But hear me when I say this. That weight is being lifted from you. God is breaking the chains of lack, breaking the cycles of struggle, and releasing divine provision into your life. Remember Solomon? He didn't just have wealth, he had wisdom. And wisdom is what leads to true prosperity. You are being given divine wisdom right now to step into your next level, to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to create abundance where others see scarcity. God is positioning you for wealth that lasts, not just for yourself, but for generations to come. For too long, the enemy has whispered lies into your mind, telling you that you will always struggle, that wealth is for others but not for you. But let me remind you, the enemy is a liar. God's word is clear. You are blessed. You are favored. You are meant to prosper. The doors that once remained shut, watch them open effortlessly. The opportunities that once seemed impossible, watch them find you. Because when God says it's time, no force in hell can stop it. And chosen one, it is time. The heavens have declared it. The shift has begun. What was held back is now being released. What was delayed is now accelerating. What seemed impossible is now within reach. You are not stepping into this season by accident. You have been handpicked, chosen, and prepared for this very moment. Every financial setback, every closed door, every moment of struggle, it was not meant to break you. It was meant to build you. And now, you will stand tall in the abundance that has always been yours. Because when God opens His storehouses, they overflow. Get ready for the overflow. But here's the most important part. This blessing is not just for you. God is making you a testimony, a beacon of light, a vessel of abundance so that you can bless others. This breakthrough will not just change your life. It will impact your family, your community, and generations to come. What is about to happen in your life is bigger than money. It's about purpose. It's about legacy. It's about walking in the fullness of what God has destined for you. Get ready, chosen one. Your season of lack is over. The floodgates are opening, and nothing will be the same. Chosen one, prepare yourself, because what is coming is beyond anything you have ever imagined. You have sown in tears, and now you will reap in joy. This is not just another season. This is a divine shift. The heavens are aligning in your favor, and the doors that once seemed locked are now swinging wide open. Every resource, every opportunity, every blessing that was delayed is now rushing toward you with supernatural speed. Expect miracles. Expect increase. Expect supernatural provision. It is already yours. You see, God never intended for his chosen ones to live and struggle forever. The hardships you endured were never meant to define you. They were meant to refine you. Your faith has been tested, and now your breakthrough is being released. The enemy tried to convince you that you would never escape the cycle of lack. But let me remind you, God has the final say, and he has decreed abundance over your life. The wealth of the wicked has been stored up for the righteous, and now God is transferring it into the hands of his chosen ones. This is your moment to rise. The very ones who doubted you will stand in awe as they witness the favor of God upon your life. You will not just survive, you will thrive. You will not just get by, you will overflow. Because when God blesses, he doesn't bless in small measures. He blesses abundantly, exceedingly, and beyond what you can ask or imagine. But here's what you must understand. This breakthrough is not just about money. It's about divine positioning. It's about stepping into the fullness of your calling. God is elevating you to be a lender and not a borrower, a leader and not a follower, a distributor of blessings and not just a receiver. What is coming to you is meant to bless others, to uplift, to restore, to heal. You are being positioned for kingdom wealth, and it is already written, it is already done. Chosen one, stand in expectation, because your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. Chosen one, stand in expectation, because your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. And when it happens, when the floodgates of heaven open over your life, do not be surprised. Do not question if you are worthy. Do not wonder if you deserve it. You do. God has seen your struggles. He has counted your tears, and now he is rewarding your faithfulness. This is not a coincidence. This is divine timing. Everything you have prayed for, everything you have waited for, is manifesting now. Chosen one, lift your hands and receive it. You are stepping into a reality where financial overflow is your portion. No more fear, no more doubt, no more wondering if things will ever change. They are changing right before your eyes. God is shifting everything, aligning every detail, preparing you for the life you were always meant to have. This is your appointed time. This is your season of overflow. Get ready, because what's coming is greater than anything you have ever imagined. Chosen one, listen closely. This is your moment. This is the divine hour when the heavens align with your destiny. Can you feel it? Can you sense the shift in the atmosphere? Everything you have prayed for, everything you have cried over, everything you have believed in, God is bringing it to life right before your eyes. You're no longer waiting. You're no longer wondering. It is happening now. The blessings are not trickling. They are pouring. The favor of God is not distant. It is upon you. You are walking into a season where your name will be mentioned in places you never expected. Opportunities will chase you down. The very thing that seemed impossible will now come with ease. And listen, chosen one, this is just the beginning. God is not only blessing you, he is making you a testimony. The very people who doubted you, the ones who thought you were finished, the ones who turned their backs on you, they will stand in awe of what God is doing in your life. Your rise will be undeniable. Your favor will be unshakable. Your story will be unforgettable. Fire, declare it now. My season is here. Fire. Say it with power. Say it with belief. Say it like you already have it. Because chosen one, the doors are opening, the chains are breaking, the miracles are unfolding. No more delays. No more setbacks. No more waiting. This is your moment. Step into it boldly, for God is with you. Raising hands if you receive this word, type Amen in the comments. Speech balloon like, share, and let this message reach every chosen one who needs to hear it.